Good evening, how are we all doing? Welcome to your match preview ahead of tomorrow's game against Peterborough United. It's another home game for Rovers tomorrow. I say this as if we have a lot of home games coming up, but we don't. This is the first preview I've done, I think, since the whole game. I can't remember if I done with the whole game or not, but it's going to be an interesting game tomorrow. I hope everyone's keeping well. Apologies, this is going to be up very late on a Monday. I've just gone back from having a haircut, so it's the first one I've had since April. I went bald during lockdown the first time around, so I probably won't do that again. Well, I haven't, because I've gotten a nice short back and sides there. So shout out to Luigi's in Kingswood for a very nice haircut. So Rovers tomorrow, Peterborough United at home. Oh, goodness me, we're going to be in for a long old evening if Rovers aren't able to slow down this Peterborough machine, if you like. Peterborough won 4 of their last 5, including beating Hull City a couple of weeks ago, scoring 5 past Shrewsbury Saturday just gone. They've scored the most amount of goals in this division so far. They've not been too bad defensively as well. They are looking like the real deal at the moment. They're top of the league. They're just looking like they've got everything clicking at the moment. The top of this division is absolutely insane. If you look at the muscle you've got at the top, it's absolutely incredible, especially in the top 4. 1 point separating the top 4. It's a really strong division this year. Rovers were a little bit further down, slipped back into the bottom half of the table in 13th place, still with that 1 game in hand. Rovers at the moment 6 points off the playoffs, 5 points clear of relegation, roughly around where Rovers would expect to be, I'm sure. Maybe a little bit higher perhaps, but Rovers, they've only lost 3 of their opening 9, which I think is better than what most people expected. I said that on Saturday. And Rovers, they've just got to tweak their defence a little bit. Defensively, we looked a little bit shaky against Rochdale. Not for long periods of the game, but it's something that Rovers just got to keep an eye on, because you can't afford to make any mistakes against Peterborough. They've got a lot of firepower going forward. They've got Dembele, Schmodix, Clark Harris. They've got a lot of beef going forward. They've got a lot of good players, and surely they'll be on for at least a top 6 finish this year. They look hungry. They look like it was almost as though they've got to be in their bonnet from last season, really, not finishing the playoffs on PPG. I think they called the season Operation Retribution or Revenge or something, to try and get themselves out of this division. Now, let's not forget, of course, Rovers played Peterborough last season at home, and we stopped them in their tracks. It was a very, very good 0-0 draw, and probably one of the best 0-0 draws I can remember. So a repeat of that game tomorrow would do us very nicely. I just think Rovers, they are going to be in for a tough afternoon, especially if they try defending the way they did for that goal against Rochdale. And especially if Rovers sit back as much as they have. If Rovers sit as deep as they have been over the last couple of games, we'll probably get walloped in this one. So I've done a lot of loving for Peterborough. It's hard to criticise them, really. I think footballing wise, they've been the best team at it in 10 games. I think the way they play football has been the best out of anyone. But it should be a game with 2 sides looking to get the ball on the deck. And hopefully play some good football. So hopefully we'll have a good game tomorrow. My predicted lineup for the game then, it is going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to stick with the same team, but a couple of changes might surprise you, so bear with me. In goal, I'm going to go with Jacola, of course. Wing back of Josh Hare. And then, I'm not sure how the centre-backs will move themselves, but I'm going to go with Max Amer, Alfie Kilgore, and Cian Harris. Now, I'm dropping Jack Baldwin because he's made a couple of errors in the last couple of games. He's not looked particularly as sharp as he had done before. And I'm putting Kilgore back in because he knows how to deal with Clark Harris. He's been up against him in training, and I think Kilgore is the better fit for the game tomorrow night. Cian Harris, who's, like I said, he's not been perfect the last couple of games, but I think you can look across the back line in general. they haven't been good enough. So I think if someone's going to be changed, I think it should be Jack Baldwin, and I think Kilgore should come in his place. Tutonda should play left wing back. I'm almost 50-50 putting in Luke Leahy there. I'm a bit unsure whether to put him in. I think Leahy's sort of the better defensive player. You know, that's not to say Tutonda's terrible, because I don't think Leahy is a particularly great defender, if I'm honest. He's far better going forward, but I'm just going to give the nod to Tutonda because he's got a bit of pace on him, and I think that could try and help to slow the Peterborough defence down, or Peterborough attack down, rather. The midfield, I'm going to go with Grant and Westbrook in the middle. I think Rovers are going to keep the same shape, but I can't see Rovers sort of dropping or changing the shape. I would like Garner too, but what he would do, I have no idea. I mean, for me, I potentially think of changing to a 4-2-3-1, but then you're probably going to have to play Upson alongside Grant, which to me just screams, set up the midfield to just sit in front of the back four, and I think against Peterborough you're going to struggle. But who knows? So I'm going to go with Westbrook and Grant sort of as the middle two, and I'm going to go with Nicholson as the front, in the middle of the three. I don't think it's the right game to start Altstumer. If I'm honest with you, I think if he would have started, I think he would have done by now, and I just don't see Peterborough being the first game he's going to start. I thought Rochdale would have been a better fit, but there you go. And the front two, obviously Hanlon and Daly, only options up front, unless you put Nicholson up front, which I think we have seen before. I think in the whole game, I think Nicholson went up front, which, who knows, maybe, and then put Altstumer behind him. But I think that's the team Rovers will go with, and I think that's more what Garner will go with. Look, I wouldn't be at all disappointed if he completely changed the formation there. I think Rovers almost have to. But I think for a game against Peterborough, I think Rovers have got to be looking to try and get, I don't even care if it's a bore 0-0 draw. I think if we can just avoid defeat against Peterborough, that would be a good result there. So that's my thoughts ahead of tomorrow's game. I think as a prediction, I'm going to go 0-0. I hope it'll be 0-0. So 7 o'clock kickoff for that one. I will be up with a recap either Tuesday evening or Wednesday morning. So I'll make sure to get that one up for everyone there. So I will see you all very, very soon. Hope you all enjoy the game, and have a good rest of your Monday evening. Take care. Bye bye.